Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I'm Dave. Been kind of messing with a bunch of different things here over the past few days. The speed knob is done. It's kind of got positive pros and cons to it. I had originally the socket, I did manage to saw it off. And I had it all the way in there, but then it was too close to this device base, and my fingers kept hitting it. So I just pulled it out a little bit, retightened the set screw. So it works nice. I took some pictures of it, put it up on the website so everybody can see in the gallery. Updated some links, added some more links per subscriber request. For those of you looking at this little toy, I'll get into this guy in the next video and what it's all about. But can you see? Yeah, you can see that. This video though, one subscriber, a gentleman named Sam Yates, left a comment on one of my videos that he's having problems, I think, drilling straight holes and so on. And I kind of touched on some of the principles in one of my videos when I was talking about the difference between a mechanical edge finder and an electronic edge finder, and how things spin around an absolute center. So let me bring you over to the bench because I want to try to make this a little bit clearer, that this concept, you really understand it, because it makes a big difference when you're trying to do drilling. So let me bring you over. Alright, here we are at the bench. Now, try to get this concept across. Let's say you're looking at your headstock on the lathe, and let's pretend the flange is gone and there's just the bearing is just sitting there. Now what's happening is anything that's in here is going to be spinning about an absolute center, wherever it is, doesn't matter. So you're going to spin about that. Now let's put the flange on, but I'm going to draw a really bad one, really kind of off center, and your chuck mounts right there. So now you're still going to spin about this center because you're mounted in this bearing. But if you put a dial indicator on here, you're going to see run out. So once you understand that, now what you have to do for the tailstock is you want to not line the tailstock up with the center of the chuck, because you're never going to get a good hole. You're drilling in a weird elliptical or whatever type oval pattern. What you got to do is line the tailstock up with the absolute center. So what I do is I'll put the chuck in, and I don't know how you draw it or whatever. I'll put the chuck on the lathe, and I'll mount some small piece of material. Actually, I'll get it out of the lathe right now. I've got it in there. I was just checking my centering of the tailstock. Oh, come on out. There. I just use a small piece of brass. So what I do is, before checking it, you have to turn it. Turn it so that you're actually making a point which is on the true absolute center. Now come in, you can put your live center in the tailstock, which is one of the best things, and then come in, and I use the 10x eye loop to really get down in there and look at it and make sure that I'm on center. So once you've got that centered, now when you drill, you're going to be drilling on true center. Your tailstock is going to be on true center with the drill bit. So that's the basic principle, and that's how you can reverse things, and you're going to be drilling still on true center, and you're going to have the holes line up on both ends. I think what he was trying to do is drill so far here and then drill in the other way, and he wanted it to meet, and it will meet now because you don't care about the run out. You're drilling on true center. And that's the same principle that goes with the mill. I made this little test block. If you're in good trim, it'll work, but if you're tilted, forget it. It's not going to line up. But what I did was, you can use the edge finder and you can find the absolute center, and I drill down, and then I'd flip it over, find absolute center, drill down, and I did it on all the sides of it, and found a gauge pin that just fits in the hole to see if it aligns, and it goes right on through. It's like a perfect fit. This is what, 218? No, 226. If I was 1,000th more I tried it, it won't go in at all. So this tells me right here that I'm in perfect alignment on all the holes. Look at that. Work. So that was a test that I just did to see what the tram was on the mill and how accurate I was. But same principle, you're always going to be turning on one center, and when you're using the edge finder, you're going to be spinning and finding that true absolute center. So I just, there's some other stuff that I did. Spindex to make sure that the spindex was straight and everything lined up. Any other things that I did? No. Alright, so that's all I want to do in this video, is just try to explain that and how you can set things up so that you can drill absolutely straight. Yeah, I thought I'd just bring the camera over and kind of show the centering after turning that part and getting a point and then putting the live center in there. I'll zoom out. Let's see if I go the right direction. 50-50 chance. Hey, got it right. But that's basically the setup. In one of my other videos I showed on the back, somebody else had given me the idea on how to make a piece back here to align this guy. So that's the setup that I use now to do the centering. I just basically eyeball it. I can use the coaxial indicator, but this seems to work really good.